afternoon, everyone. My name is Chana Wilkerson, and I've been a patient at the hearing assessment with Dr. Cernick for approximately over 5 years. My hearing loss was a gradual process, actually. So, by profession, I'm an attorney, and so maybe slightly after law school, I noticed a difference in my hearing. I didn't pay too much attention to it. Probably waited at least almost 10 years before I did something about it. So I don't know whether it got worse. I'm sure it got worse, but didn't do anything about it until it became a problem with me doing my job. Just not being able to hear everything when I was in a courtroom environment, and it's critical that I'm hearing what the witnesses are saying, the questions that other attorneys are asking. So when that became a problem, if I wasn't sitting right up front, then it became I had to do something about it because it would be interfering with my livelihood. I just did some online research, and actually, first I did online research of what type of hearing devices were out there. Um, Initially, I went somewhere else with another company. I wasn't happy with their product or with the service. Just like with a lot of doctors and dentists, these things about relationships. And I didn't get the warm and fuzzy. I didn't get the follow up. So when I decided I was going to go somewhere else, I just did research on the latest technology as to what was out there because I'm vain. I didn't want anything noticeable because I was young. I was in my mid 30s when I really discovered this problem and decided to really do something about it. So I was looking for something that was in the ear, that was not really visible. And I'm a personal trainer, coach basketball, work out all the time. So I needed something that would facilitate me being able to do those things. Dr. Cernick recommended the lyric. I think I had done some research on it, so and he was very upfront, answered all my questions. So I went with the lyric, which is an in-ear product that stays in ear. So you don't have to remove it. There's no batteries to deal with. So it's just a product that's put in, and then when it starts to die, you come in and it's removed. You can remove it yourself if you need to in an emergency, but once it's out, it's out. So basically I come initially it was every 3 months, but the products change. So about once a month, every 4 to 6 weeks, I come in and get it changed. It's created like a family environment. All the ladies the administrative staff, we're on first name. We talk about vacations and what's going on. They'll ask about my mom. I'm asking about their family. So they've created the type of relationships that you want, in general, but it's still a healthcare provider, but you don't feel like it. It's almost like Cheers. Coming in, and they know your name. You're not just a piece of paper. You're not just a number. They want to know what's going on. You want to know what's going on with them, and you just kind of share experiences, and it's a good thing. I would tell them to go get it checked out, and there are a variety of products on the market for you to choose from, but make sure that your provider is listening to you and looking at you as the individual. So Dr. Cernick looked at all the things that I do and recommended a product based on those things, and then when I presented products to him, he would recommend or not recommend based on his experience, and I still do that to this day. Hey, I've heard about this product. What do you think? Have you heard of it? And he'll give me his honest opinion. Hearing loss is particularly if you live alone, you may not notice. And I live alone, so it only becomes apparent, even still today. I may not have it turned up enough when someone's with me. So if someone's in the home, I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't hear you. Can you say that again? When you start seeing that or what you say, those may be signs that you might have a little hearing loss. And particularly with all the things we stick in our ears now. I'm old, so we had Sony Walkmans and we had those things on blast. They were above the ear, but now everything is in your ear and it's blocking out. Some of those things are blocking out outside noise. So I just say actually just get an annual checkup just to be sure and make sure nothing's going on. Mine actually turned out to be a genetic issue. Dr. Cernick said it was something textbook. So, but again, with my first examination elsewhere, nobody ever told me that. And the other thing is, a lot of in a hearing aid arena appears to try to sell you both ears. I only had a problem with one of my ears, so he didn't try to have me get hearing aids in both of my ears. It's your choice, and that's the other thing. Even if you may need it, the provider should respect your choice. So, and he did that, and that's another thing, because I've been places where they tried to get me to do both. So, and I only need one, and that's fine.